Boots Ennis.
I feel like y'all gonna be like, he really that guy. He really him.
It's easy to do what you do right, but what can you do to fix what you do wrong so you can do it right? That's what we focus on.
He's shrinking, and now Boots teeing up with a left uppercut, and down goes Steady on it.
I feel like he got better each fight, but it ain't enough.
I'm not here to play games. I'm here to put you out of business.
Fighting at the Baroque Hall is definitely another step. Keep putting on.
They say some boots are made for walking. In the case of Jaron, those boots are made for knockouts.
Amen, Brian.
Namas.
I guess I'm just different, you know. I figure out my opponents quickly.
Wow.
I pick up on things real fast.
That hand speed is blinding.
And I find openings fast.
And down goes Yilbov. Let's go, baby. Jaron Boots Ennis, a switch-hitting phenom from Philadelphia.
The switch hitting style is, for me, is natural and unique. I learned how to fight both sides, you know, by my dad. My dad taught me at a young age, and I just took it and ran. And now sometimes I don't even know when I'm switching. It's like so natural for me. Just everything's the same with me. Speed, power on both sides, defense, everything the same. I think I only lost one round. That might have been to Lipinets. But I don't think I lost any rounds in my eyes. You know, I feel like I dominated every opponent I had in every single round.
Go, and Ennis with the left hand drops Lipinets.
I've been able to dominate my opponents so well by just, you know, putting in the hard work, you know, being dedicated in the gym, doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. So when it's fight time, everything can be easy and I can shine bright.
What's up, man? What's up?
What do you want to do today?
Here go my man right there. What's up, buddy?
What's going on? What we doing today?
Like we doing with you. Shadow box, 3-4 rounds. Hit the bag. And reflex back. Speed back, reflex back.
All right. So total 10 or 12.
Don't you still doing 4 minutes a round?
Yeah, you good.
Oh, all right, yeah.
Look who came out here.
I've been working on everything that I think is gonna work on fight night. Obviously, we create a game plan. We work hard. We have the work ethic, the dedication, the hungriness. You guys have seen a little bit of it, so you know it's nothing new to me.
I've been working with Xander for about 3 years. He's very professional, very good head on his shoulders, very good group of people around him. He has that charisma. He has that it factor, as we say in sports, that, you know, it's not something you can really teach, but it's something that you notice. You could just tell that you look at him, you say, he has it. Whatever it is, he's got it.
I feel like this fight is definitely a point where it kind of shows you where he's at in his career.
It doesn't surprise me that Xander Zayas is the underdog because nobody in his promotional stable wanted him to take this fight. Like, the reason this fight is happening is because Xander Zayas told his promoter, I want this fight. Make this fight happen. Nobody wanted it. I think his promoter probably would have been happier seeing him take a nice title defense in Puerto Rico, maybe move up to 160 pounds after that. This is a dare to be great moment for Xander Zayas.
We're here to work. We're here to put in work, have a good time, but overall, push each other to the limits, bring the best out of each other. That's the only way we all gonna shine when the bright lights come.
I had the IBF, the WBA, Super WBA, and the Ring magazine.
Oh yeah, we'll just take it.
I'll tell you, I might get
Yo, pay 400 straight.
Mike Tyson?
Yeah. Oh, man.
You know what? Let me count down. I'll go 1, 2, 3. All right? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ah!
Keep being loved by the people. I feel like I gotta continue to do my job inside the ring and let people put me wherever they want to put me in that place. What is this?
Nah, I ain't. So good. Good, you alright? Good? Yeah, good. You going? So good. So good, you alright? Yeah. So you going? Good. Yo, that one was a little fast.
And walk in. But this whole time when you're walking toward the land, keep your head down, and then hit your mark. Okay, we got our prison.
With just under a week remaining, the scene is now fully locked in for what promises to be an intense showdown between two unbeaten talents, Xander Zayas and Jaron Ennis. Both fighters have made it clear that they consider themselves more than ready for battle, each standing firm in their belief that they are prepared to go to war when they finally meet in the ring. With fight night quickly approaching, Ennis has made it clear that he's fully embracing the daily routine of camp life. Each session is about honing his abilities a little more, pushing himself forward with a single focus in mind, to dominate and walk out still holding those championship titles.
Week 2.
Good rounds today.
Yeah, great rounds today. Having fun, man, learning. Putting on, working on different things, man. Can't wait to step in the ring, at the Super Welterweight division at 154 and take over.
You never gonna get that fight, man. You're a horrible fighter.
Horrible fighter.
Horrible fighter. Horrible fighter. You want payday? I know that. Watch your mouth, bro. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. See what's on. Yeah. Man, you fight with nobody.
One eye on.
On the opposite end, Zayas stays completely dialed in, shutting out any distractions or external expectations as he gets ready for what he considers the most significant evening of his professional journey, set to take place on June 27th.
Where extend, hold. Come back in slowly, shift the hips from hands, attaboy.
Same focus, same hungriness, same dedication, same everything. Nothing changes. It's another fight. Most important fight of my career. But every fight is important. Nothing different. I gotta keep being who I am, stay true to myself, know what works for me, and exploit it. That's all it comes down to. I know who I am. I know what I put myself through every campaign. I know that I put the shifts when I need to put the shifts. So whatever he says won't affect me because I've been here before. I've been here since I'm 16 years old. There's nothing new to me. Cameras, media, none of the talking is new to me. This is what I've been doing since I'm a kid. So now, just part of business. Gotta go out there, June 27th. Gonna get in that ring, and it's gonna be me and him, nobody else. So it doesn't matter what nobody else says or what he says or what he thinks and what he thinks is funny. Doesn't round me up at all. I say weeks out.
Xander Zayas refuses to shy away from the toughest test he has ever faced, holding an unblemished record. The title holder is confident that his abilities, mental approach, and strategic blueprint will be more than enough to hand Jaron Ennis the very first loss of his career.
This is what I wanted to do. They knew that this is what I wanted, and they're like, let's do it.
Why did you want it now?
Because why not now? I feel like everybody's so afraid to put in their record on the line or to put their belts on the line. I'm considered the best. Like, I want to consider myself the best in the sport. I got to fight the best. I got to beat the best, and to do that is the way to do it. So, Ennis is one of the biggest names in the division right now. So why not now?
I love tracing back to how this matchup first came together. Zayas shared that the opening arose when talks for a planned fight between Ennis and Virgil Ortiz Jr. ultimately fell through. As soon as that door opened, Zayas didn't think twice about stepping through it. In his view, top-level competitors should always pursue the most difficult battles out there, and he welcomed this clash as a chance to show exactly where he belongs among the division's elite.
First time speaking about it, it seemed like for the longest time it was Boots against Virgil. Virgil has the issues. Were you the one that said, hey, let's try to swoop in here and take this fight away, or did they come to you once that was falling apart?
Well, obviously, we were looking for other fights. Josh Kelly was one of them. That fight never came. We never got answers from his team. And then we found out that the fight with Virgil Ortiz and Boots Ennis was falling apart. So I contacted Top Rank and I told them that I wanted to fight. I wanted that fight, and they came back with the offer, and here we are.
When the conversation turned to the state of the 154-pound weight class, Zayas didn't hold back in sharing his honest takes on a number of leading names in the division. He broke down what he views as the advantages and shortcomings of competitors like Sebastian Fundora and Jarini's, making it clear that he trusts his eye for spotting weak points and capitalizing on them once the action gets underway.
Fundora is a good fighter. He's a champion for a reason. He's earned everything he's gotten, so good fighter.
Not great.
No, not great.
Why not?
There's a lot of flaws in his games. There's a lot of things that...
Like what?
Not too long ago, that's when he started using the jab. Being 6'5", I would have been using my jab my whole life.
Yeah.
His boxing skills is very, very flat-footed. He likes to fight in the inside, likes to take a lot of damage. There's a lot of flaws in his games that maybe casual fans don't see, but I do see. But he's a good fighter.
With a highly awaited showdown against Ennis drawing nearer, Zayas came across as someone completely devoted to his discipline, assured in the work he's put in, and hungry to measure himself against one of the sport's most lethal adversaries. For him, this bout carries weight far beyond just defending his belt. It's a chance to confirm that all the years of dedication and hardship have been worthwhile, and to prove without question that he deserves a spot among boxing's very best.
I'm gonna win like I always do.
Are you envisioning a stoppage?
To be honest, I'm ready to go 12 rounds if I need to. I'm ready to take advantage of the opportunities. I already envision all the opportunities I can take advantage of, and I visualize them and I see them every night. As I go to sleep, every mistake that I can do, every good thing that I can do, I try to see everything. I try to, play everything out in my head. Like sometimes I wake up drenched in sweat because I was literally like in the fight in the middle of my sleep. Yeah.
Does that always happen, or
it always happens?
Okay.
It always happens. It's something that is like a ritual. I feel like for me, like I always gotta visualize the fight before it happens and see how it plays out, good and bad ways. And so obviously you're ready for when the moment comes.
Do you get anxious?
Looking further down the road past the Ennis matchup, Zayas voiced his belief that he has the capacity to operate in several different weight classes as his career continues to unfold. For now, his attention remains locked on building his legacy at 154 pounds, but he's convinced that his physical build and technical abilities will ultimately give him the flexibility to climb to 168 pounds and possibly even reach 175 pounds before everything is said and done.
Over, you will be 160, 168.
Probably 168, maybe 175.
You think that high, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. Definitely. 175.
175.
You versus Benavidez. I don't know if he'll still be
around. I don't know if he'll still be around, yeah.
He's unbelievable, right?
Yes, no, he's
great. See his last performance?
Yes, amazing. Amazing. I think he could go to heavyweight.
So do I.
Yeah.
I don't know. Him versus Usyk would be fascinating.
Yes.
Some of those bigger guys, I don't know.
Yes.
But he's incredible.
He's a great fighter.
Did you watch that Usyk fight against Rico Verhoeven?
No, I didn't.
At the same time, Max Kellerman offers his analysis of a much-anticipated battle between Jaron Boots Ennis and Xander Zayas. Although Ennis has consistently been viewed as one of the sport's most naturally skilled fighters, multiple members of the panel noted that uncertainties still linger, largely because of the caliber of opponents he has encountered so far.
When they watch him, that they're watching something different, right? Not dissimilar to Tank Davis.
Yeah,
right?
similar,
you can watch Gervonta Davis and know this is different. That's the reason there's a groundswell of support. And like Tank, he has not really fought anyone yet. Tank fought better opposition, but it was never the best guy in the division.
Absolutely not.
It was never like, this is the logical next step. For Tank, it was usually a guy who was little moving up, or it was some guy who held a belt, but he wasn't really even top 3 in the division.
A major portion of the conversation revolved around how the two fighter styles are likely to interact. Gabe Rasidou had high praise for Zayas' boxing skills, pointing to his physical dimensions, reach, movement, and controlled approach when fighting from the outside. Rasidou made the case that if Zayas hopes to spring the surprise, he'll have to lean heavily on his technical abilities, keep the distance in his favor, and resist the temptation to engage in the kind of battle that plays right into Ennis's hands.
How do you expect this fight to go?
Look, I threw on my Puerto Rico coquillo.
Okay. I should have known. Okay. Come on.
Look, man, Zayas, he's a great talent. And for him to choose this fight, he didn't have to fight Boots. I think he's the bigger guy. Yep. I think people are sleeping on his boxing abilities. And I think the thing is that he hasn't boxed a big name yet where you give him credit. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with that, yeah.
But that style, I think, can give Boots big problems.
Okay, let me just...
On the other side, Mike Coer put forward the idea that Zaz might ultimately have to turn the bout into a gritty, physical affair in order to throw Andis off his usual pace and keep him from settling into a comfortable flow.
That were really considered prodigious talents when they were like 17, 18 years old. Xander Zayas signing with Top Rank, I think at 17, and Boots Ennis. I mean, Cameron Duncan was telling me about him when he was back in 18. So these are guys that have really so far fulfilled their potential. Boots Ennis is obviously considered a higher talent right now. Xander Zayas, I hear you're saying, Gabe. For me though, while he's very talented, very athletic, he doesn't move his head. The technical aspects are a little lacking, and maybe he steps his game up. Maybe he hasn't been forced to show anything, but I haven't been overly impressed yet, and I like him a lot as a person. I like him as a fighter.
Shady McCoy chimed in, pointing out that Zaz's physical size advantage doesn't get nearly as much attention from the public as it probably should. What stood out most, though, was the general consensus among the panel that even if Zaz comes up short in a closely contested fight, his reputation could still see a major boost simply by pushing Ennis to the limit.
Fought a lot of great competition, but people can see that these guys are the next ones to do it, right? And then Max, I gotta say, Max is not lying. He's always been for the ring belt. He was, even back in the days when Rocky was fighting Drago. You said that on their air, so that's just not lying. But my biggest thing with this fight is, this when I watch him, and I love Xander, that's my boy. Yeah. But the eye test shows me that I think Boots is just better. Just better, right?
This is tough for Shady because on the one hand, Xander's his boy. On the other hand, you got a brother out of Philly. I mean, that's like in his heart. That is.
And another thing is like people keep talking about experience. I think the experience goes out the window. They both from the same boat as far as experience and the guys that they fought. This is gonna be hard though because Boots, you know what you see. You know what you see when you watch him fight.
Still, Rosado, who knows Philadelphia's storied boxing culture from the inside out, underscored the impact of Andis's roots in the city's famously hard-nosed gyms. He described how that unforgiving atmosphere played a key role in molding Andis into a fighter who brings together high-level skill and the kind of grit that Philly boxing has long been known for.
I know the upbringing. I remember being in the gym sparring with his brothers and his father. We called the gym the dungeon. In the wintertime, there's no heaters. We got the kerosene heaters. You 5 minutes in the gym, you're smoking, man. But it's but I know the grind, that ruggedness, man. And Boots grew up into that, man. He's a dog. He has all the skills, but if he got to bite down, he will bite down. So he's really that dude. He's really he's the epitome of a Philadelphia fighter.
Yeah, you know what? If anything, one of the reasons.
When the conversation turned to predictions, Rosado sided with Ennis, suggesting that his superior athleticism and adaptability might end up being the deciding factors. At the same time, he made a point to emphasize that this is by no means a straightforward bout, and that it has the potential to become a career-defining moment for both men involved.
Boots really doing it from the pocket. I see him standing right in the pocket and picking off Xander shots, counter-punching, being sharp, clean, counter-punching. I see that's the way he wins big.
Do you think he styles on him though? When I say style, like, because you know he be clowning and all that.
I don't think
He's doing all that.
You think?
He's doing all that. He's doing all that because he's from Philly, bro.
But is he gonna get away with it though?
I think
Boots is nice, bro.
I think Boots
he's strong.
Is so confident.
Yeah.
He's so confident and he believes in himself so much that he's gonna go in there, he's gonna be himself.
Only thing is his dad be like, get him out of there. Even the second round.
I think even if Zaya's game plan is working, I don't think it's gonna throw off Boots mentally and what he wants to do. I think it's probably just gonna gas him.
So you think about the crowd though? You've been in some big fights.
You think he's gonna style on him?
I'm telling you, man, I think Boots' character, he's that kind of guy where the crowd, it don't matter.
Yeah, he ain't worried about that.
It don't matter.
But do you think he styles on? I don't know that.
I think he will.
All that.
I think he will.
Chris Manx is of the opinion that Xander Zayas won't be able to overpower Jaron Boots Ennis, and he insists that the sole viable route to success lies in sticking to sharp, controlled boxing from start to finish. He highlights Ennis's wider array of punches and superior physical power as clear edges that make any kind of aggressive forward movement a risky gamble for Zayas. Instead, Manx recommends that Zayas needs to box intelligently while retreating, waiting for the right openings during exchanges where Ennis can occasionally be caught flush. In his estimation, it's a tall order, but without question, the one practical way to pull off the upset.
23 years old.
I think he's going to have to do everything he can to outbox Boots Ennis, because I don't believe he can win a fight against Boots. I think the power is on the side of Boots. The punch diversity is on the side of Boots. When you pressure Boots, it tends to go well for him. I think Xander's gonna have to be the pure boxer in this matchup, and that's...
You're not gonna outbox Boots. You're gonna have to box on the back foot, but you are gonna have to try to catch him in exchanges. Boots gets hit in exchanges. When he fought Karin,
Calvin Ford threw his support behind Andis as the probable victor, citing his more polished skill set, sharpness, and overall preparedness for high-stakes matchups. He voiced strong belief that Ennis's full arsenal, merging physical gifts in ring intelligence and adaptability, would prove to be the decisive element when the two finally meet. While he gave Zayas credit as a talented and rising prospect, Ford ultimately suggested that Ennis currently competes on a different tier at this point in their respective journeys. In his assessment, the difference in experience and proven results against quality opposition would give Boots the edge once the opening bell sounds.
I've been in their camp watching him. He's looking good. He's looking
in this
good.
camp for
Well,
okay.
we bring guys sometimes up there to get work and whatnot. Yeah. And what I seen how he's working, he's up for the task. I think it's like that fight, like he so we get to see some exciting stuff coming from Boots for this fight because he understands what he's going in front of. Because again, he wants them fights, and it seems like he can't get them because they fail, But this young guy that he's supposed to fight, want to fight him. So that's a good fight that we want to sit in front of and actually enjoy.
Ford also commended Ennis for his relentless drive and the strong run of form he's been building, especially as he aims to solidify his place among the sport's top names in the wake of Terrence Crawford's dominant reign.
You in that time seeing him in camp preparing for Zayas.
How happy he looked. How you saying like he want that light on him. He want to let the world know that he's here. Terrence Crawford tired, so who's gonna step up? Tank ain't been here. We've been saying everybody that has been busy. Nobody ain't really making no big noise to have the people sit at the water cooler talking about it.
During the last round of analysis before fight night, Robert Garcia offered significant praise to Xander Zayas for stepping up to face Jaron Boots Ennis, pointing to his reach, composure, and resilience as legitimate elements that might help him stay competitive well into the later stages. Garcia is of the view that if Zayas can make it through the opening frames, the burden could swing dramatically toward Ennis once the championship rounds come around.
Credit to Xander, right? Taking on a guy that I'm sure most people told him not to, but he is a unified champ. You gotta fight the guys.
And look, and I wouldn't be surprised if he pulls it off. Very few give him a chance, but he's a big boy. He's strong. He has the heart, and a fighter that's dedicated, because I know he's very dedicated, very disciplined, heart, and he's big enough to be able to take Boots' punch. 12 rounds is not going to be easy for Boots. I could tell you, 12 rounds, Boots would have to look sensational and put a beating on him the first half of the fight. But I think if it goes later, I think Boots is in trouble because Xander has tremendous heart, big boy, he's a warrior. He has the heart that won't stop him. He won't back up. I think.
At the same time, Sean Porter zeroed in on Ennis's exceptional collection of attributes, quickness, punching force, and overall athleticism, noting that his raw abilities give him the freedom to adjust on the fly, even when under intense pressure. Although Porter views this contest as nearly a toss-up, he still leans slightly toward Ennis, crediting his extraordinary physical tools and adaptability as the factors that tip the scale in his favor.
If Boots is the kind of fighter that has so many tools and so many things that he's capable of doing, I think he knows how fast he is. He knows how quick he is. He knows how powerful he is. And it's a matter of him saying, man, this is going to work. that's gonna work, this gonna work, that's gonna work, opposed to a Xander Zayas, and I know that I'm not wrong about this. Xander's gonna come to the ring with, this is what we need, and if this isn't working, this is what we're gonna go to, and then if this isn't working, we're gonna try to figure it out from there. This is a 50-50 fight, but I'm inclined to go with the talent because that talent is undeniable. It's just that talent. It's just that talent, you know?
If you found this breakdown useful, go ahead and drop a like on the video and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on more content. Every single week, there's fresh high-level boxing action, major matchups on the horizon, and in-depth analysis pieces just like this one heading your way.